Hello everyone, Rich here, back for part 6 of this HMHS Britannic tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's well deck details, forecastle details, and stern sort of poop deck details, superstructure and sort of that area there. So yeah, that's what we're going to focus on today. So we're going to start in the well deck, which is the area in front of the main superstructure, but also behind the forecastle. So the forecastle's there, well deck's there, superstructure's there. You get the idea. Right, so what we're going to start with first is on the front wall of the superstructure, and we're going to go and add some stairs. So these stairs are on one side basically, so we're going to go from the left hand side of the ship, so this left hand side here, and we're going to count to the 16th block in from the side. So 3, 5, 10, 15, no, 13, 14, 15, 16. So on the 16th block we remove 2 blocks, or remove 4 blocks of the white and then 2 blocks of the wood, if you want to, or you can leave those bits of wood there, and we can add the stairs now. So basically 16th block in, remove 4 blocks of white and then replace them with stairs. So where's our stair blocks there? So build our stairs going down to the deck below. We're also going to need a few white blocks here for support. So get our stairs like so. So there's our stairs in place, and then just add the banisters. So we go on the sides, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up there, and 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up there. So there we are, there's the stairs there. It's only on one side of course, so we're on the left hand side, but if you want to add a second one, it's entirely up to you. It may make it look more symmetrical as well, but like I say, it's entirely up to you how you want to go about this. Right, so what we're going to do now is go to the front, back to the front wall of the said superstructure, or said wall we just added the stairs to, and go to the centre block, which is now at deck level, well deck level. We're going to add the cargo hatches. Now there's going to be 2 of these hatches on this deck, and we're going to go to the 6th block forward of the wall. So on the wood, count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to build our hatch, which is 11 wide. So that's 5 either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. The sides are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Join them together across the front. So there's the first hatch. We'll add the cover in a minute, but we'll get the other hatch in place first. So back to the centre of the front wall of the hatch. How do we do this? We need to go and add 5 blocks, or count to the 5th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and do the same again. So 11 wide for the back, for the wall, or for the back wall. And the sides are 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then across the front, like so. So there's our 2 hatches in place. And what you want to do now is increase the height of them to 2 blocks high, all the way around. And then we'll add the hatch cover. Now the hatch cover is up to you how you want to design this, but I'm going to use quartz slabs, which are these things. And what we'll do, we'll add actually the centre, the 3 centre sections of the 3 centre blocks of the hatch. Increase that to 3 high, and just build all the way across the length of the hatch. So you've got basically a cover like that, and then the rest of the blocks just cover up with slabs. So build it so it looks something like this, preferably without doubling them up. So there's half there, and then do the other half. Like so. So there's the hatch there, and do the same with the other hatch as well. So increase it to 2 high all the way around, and then cover it up with the hatch cover, or whatever you want to use. Entirely up to you. And of course the 3 centre blocks as well. And then use the slabs again. And I'll just do this last side, and then we can move on to some other bits. And there we go, there's the hatches done. So that's those 2 things done there. Now for the cranes, which are 2 large objects on the side of the deck, what we're going to do is go down to hang on, should I work this one out? We're going to go down to the back, or basically the front wall of the superstructure, now down to deck level. And we're going to go to the 9th block in. I can't remember if it's on the wood or from the side of the deck. So if we go from the outside, so we go from this corner block here on the outside. So there, it's at deck level. So basically this, underneath the wall, you've got this block here, which I've just deleted by mistake. Oh, well, great, there we go. So from that corner block there, you're going to count inwards to the 9th block forward. So 9th block in, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like so. And then 3 blocks forward. So 1, 2, 3. And then what we do, we add a 3 block like so, and then 3 rows of 5. So 5, 5, 5, and then another row of 3. So it makes it look like a symmetrical base. So that's the base of the crane. And then we increase that to 3 high all the way around. So 3 high what we want. And if you want to, you can add the yellow band to the bottom. I'm not sure if Britannic had the yellow line to the super. Well, you know, it didn't have the superstructure line on the yellow band. Where the grey line is here, it was yellow. But on the cranes and things, I don't know if the objects were yellow around the base. So I'm going to leave them blank. But basically what I mean is the bottom line here would be yellow if it was a white star liner, whereas this one is now a commissioned hospital ship. So I'll leave it at that. So what we're going to do now, different to what we've done on the Titanic, I'm going to build the cranes facing forward. So on the centre block of the base, which is this block here, I'm going to build the body of the crane up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase that to 3 wide. Like so, so it's 5 wide like that, and then you want a line of blocks across the back like so. And if you want to, a centre line on the back as well. Makes it look a bit stronger. And then for the crane arm, you can either use quartz slabs or stone slabs. On the prototype I use stone slabs, but actually I can use quartz slabs if I'm here. So what we're going to do is from the crane body, set half a block up from the bottom. We build the crane arm, which is 9 long, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then in the middle we want a row of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like that. So there's our crane there. And it don't look too bad. So we do the same the other side, get it out of the way. So was it 9th in from the side, wasn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1, 2, 3 forward, we build 3. And then 3 rows of 5. And then 3 again, and then increase that to 3 high. Like so, and then the body up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then increase that to 3 wide. Line across the back, and at the centre, and then the crane arm, half a block up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go, there's our 2 cranes in place. And if you want to, you can make them a different colour because they do sort of blend in with the superstructure, but you know, who really cares? You know, it's your build. You want to make the colours different, it's up to you. As long as you give me credit for the design, that's all I want. I'm not asking for money or anything. I just want to be recognised for the design. That's usually what I complain about. Right, so that's that little job done there. Right, so now what we're going to do now is add a couple of mechs to the design. Now these things are basically devices which are connected to rigging and lifeboat davits and things like that. So what we're going to do, between the 2 cargo hatches, on the centre block we'll add a line of 3 black like that, and then 1 block gap, I'll add another line of 3, and then another line of 3, and then join them together across the top, like so. Now in reality, that mech would actually go behind the cargo hatch, and something else would go in between, but because I've done it that way, it doesn't really matter. We can do something different behind the main cargo hatch. So behind this first cargo hatch, we can add a small little pole like that, 3 high, and then another one 2 high, or 3 high, and then another one the other side. So 3 little little poles or masts, whatever you want to call them. Whether they were there on the real ship, I don't know, but I just want to sort of pack this area out so it doesn't look so bland, if you know what I mean. Extra details does make the ship look better. And then what we can do now is get our bollards. Now for bollards, I use the anvils, because these look quite good when they're in on the ship. So what we're going to do is up to the front wall of the superstructure here, just to a couple of blocks forward, add a couple of blocks like so, say 2 blocks, and then a couple of bollards on top like that, and then towards the back wall of the forecastle, add another couple of blocks like that, and a couple of bollards on top as well. So there we are, there's the bollards and blocks there, and we'll do the same on the other side. So I can't exactly remember where I put them, so I need to look at the thing. There we go. So a couple of blocks forward, add 2 there, and bollards. Like I say, I can't remember exactly where I put them, so I've got to go double check. That's fine, and do the same with the ones on the front. So down to there, add a couple of blocks and a couple of bollards there. There we go. Now the last job involving the well deck here is to add the curve to the front of the superstructure. So on the side here, you've got this front wall here. Add a couple of blocks, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, like that. It just creates the curve of the superstructure like so. But if we want to make it slightly less apparent, if we remove it, and then we add 3 up instead. So 1, 2, 3, and 1. So it just makes the curve a little less dramatic. But it's up to you how you want to do it. I mean, on the prototype I did it slightly different, but I'm just going to change it slightly. So we'll have it 5, 3, and 1. That's how I'm going to do it on there. So I'll do the same the other side. So up against the superstructure, go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, like that. It just creates the curve of the superstructure, and then we can do the same on the back of the on the forecastle as well. So go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's 1, 2, create it like that. So it's I'll do it again the other side. So I'll add 3 up, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, and then 1 there. There we go. So it creates the curve of the forecastle as well. So that's that little job done there. And they don't look too bad. I mean, like I say, it's not brilliant, it's not perfect, but you know, it's a thing. And we can leave it at that. So that's the well deck done. So what we can do now is move on to the forecastle. So I'm going to do a jump cut while I make sure everything is written down properly, and then we can move on to that. So back in a moment. Right, back again. So what we're going to do now is move on to the forecastle, which is this front deck on the ship, and we're going to go to the back wall of the forecastle and work our way forward. So to the back centre point. So the back wall here, centre point is here, and we're going to count to the 4th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and add the mast. Now the mast in my ship at least is yellow, so we're going to use yellow terracotta for that. So I'll just count that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is where the mast is going to go, and the mast is basically 4. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 rows of 15 up basically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There we go, that's the mast done there. And then at the top, what I usually do is add a little flag of St. George, like so. So it shows my allegiance to England there. Or you could use it as a hospital flag, but that's the flag of St. George. That's what I normally put on my ship. So there we go. So that's the mast done there. We'll add the crow's nest later on. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. So go back down to the bottom of the mast, and we're going to add another mech behind it, which, like I said, is what attaches rigging and things. So behind the mast, to one side, we'll add 3 blocks of black and 3 blocks of black there, and then 3 or 5 across the top, like so. And like I say, that's usually what attaches rigging and things, and the derricks and all things like that. So I don't actually know what it's called, but it's one of those. But I usually call it a mech, so if you ever hear me say mech, then you know what I mean. Right, so what we're going to do now is from forward of the mast, we're going to count forward to the 8th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll add, I actually need a grey block for this one, so we'll get our grey concrete, wherever that is. light grey. Get grey concrete. So on the 8th block we'll put a grey block there, and then we'll put 3 more behind it and 3 more behind that, like so. And this is what I did have this on the Titanic, but I don't actually know what it is. But I'll put bollards on the top, like so. So it's probably more to do with rigging and things like that. But there we go. It also helps, just makes it look more detailed, because like I say, a bland ship is a boring ship. So there we go. So that's that little device done there. And then we go 1 block forward of that, or 2 blocks forward rather, and then we add the cargo hatch, which is 7 wide, so centre block plus 3 either side. So 1, 2, 3 that way, 1, 2, 3 that way, and then the sides are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then across the back or the front. And then we build that 2 high all the way around, like so, and then add the cover, which you can do any way you want, but I'm just going to add a flat cover because I can't be bothered to add any extra details to the top. And I think it was a fairly basic cover to the hatch anyway, so I'm not going to waste time dilly-dallying about with that. So there we go, there's the hatch done there. And then for the back corners of the hatch, which is this point here, we're going to add the breakwater, which is just blocks diagonally out to the side. So we add the breakwater, so put diagonal blocks diagonally back towards the back corner. So just add these going back like so. Now these are the breakwater, of course. These are what directs the water or a wave over the top of the ship. So if you have a wave that comes over the top, the wave, the breakwater would just divert the wave down the side of the ship. So that's what that's for. Do the same the other side. So diagonal blocks going down to the other side, and I've bollocked that up already. And is that right? No, I've screwed that up already. So I've gone off kilter, so I need to do that again. Right, from that point to there. Right, now we do it. Oh, bloody hell. That'll do. Now that's that done. So that's the cargo hatch and the breakwater done. Right, so now what we need to do now is go 9 forward of the cargo hatch. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to go 1 block to the side, like so, and add a square block like that, 4 black blocks like that, and then the same the other side, like so. These are the windlasses which control or attach to the chains. So we've got the 4 blocks like that. So what we can do now is get some railway track and plonk that on the top, like so. It looks quite good when you do that. Like that. Also looks like a pair of tits when you look at it for certain angles. And then for the anchor chains, now on the prototype I use slabs, but on most of my newer ships I use stairs. Let's try to think how to do it really, because it's not going to look good anyway. But anyway, what we can do is we'll cut a hole in the deck. So from either side or from either block, we're going to cut a line 19 blocks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like that. And then we'll add 2 lines of grey or black, whichever you want to do, in the gap, like so. And then for the chains themselves, what I tend to do now is use stone brick stairs. And what I do, we put them on and then cross them over. So put every block like so, on every other block, and then turn them around, and then in the space add them the other block, or the other way around. Sorry. So you've got sort of, from angles it looks like chain links, but in reality it's just a load of bricks. But it works nonetheless. So just do the same on the other line. I'll say with people with better versions of Minecraft probably have better tools to work with, because I haven't updated my version. I'm still using 1.12.2, so that sort of says a lot. Anyway, that's the chains added there. So now we need to we'll put a bit of detail around the windlasses first. So around the windlasses we'll add some white slabs. Like so, no real reason for this, just to sort of bulk out the detail. Like so, so it looks, oh, hang on. So it looks a bit more like that. And it don't look too bad. It's not brilliant, but there you go. And then what we're going to do is go back towards the front of the chains, and we'll go to the third block forward. So from there's the first, no, there's the first block of the well, there's the end of the chains. Count 3 forward. So 1, 2, 3, and then what we do, we'll cut a hole all the way forward to the tip of the bow, like so. And I'll try to work out how to do this. So I'll cut it, say 3 wide for the moment. Like so. Actually, I'm going to go over to the prototype here because I want to make sure I do this right, because I remember when I did this on the Titanic, I effed it up. So we're going to fly over. So we want it 9 long up to the tip, and then we want to sort of make it 3 or 2, 2, 5, 2. If that makes sense. So I just go back there. So 2, 2, 5, 2. Yeah, we'll try that. So I'm going to use light grey, or I use light grey. I get the light grey wherever that is. So I use light grey concrete for this bit. So what is from the tip of the bow, we go 2 and then 2 back, and then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and then 1, 2 like that, I think. So 2, 2, or was it? It's 2, and then I think 2 like that. So it's 2, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I keep screwing this up. I'm just trying to get it right. So it's 2 like that, and then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want sort of 2 overlapping like that. So I did the same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 at the end, and then 1 in the middle like that. So that sort of creates the gap, and then underneath that we can fill in the base with grey blocks. So it creates a bed for the crane, the anchor, sorry. So what we'll do, we'll get to dark grey, and we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 out and 1 out like that. So that's basically the anchor. Not very wide, but if you want to make it slightly different, you can. But that is sort of the anchor design. But yeah, that's really much it. So in the spaces that we've left, we can add with white blocks, like so, and then 1 there as well. So we've got white blocks there, and then on the centre block of the back of the gap, basically, we're going to add the crane, which is 5 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now remember, this crane does pivot, so it doesn't matter if it's facing forward, backwards, left or right. You know, it can angle anywhere. I know a lot of people get shitty because it faces forward on the wreck, and they see it in photographs it faces back. But remember, this thing can pivot, so don't get shitty with me if it doesn't look right to you. So the arm, I'm gonna face it backwards just to keep people happy. The arm is 7, so on the top we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then underneath we use slabs to diagonally build down towards the back towards the crane body, like so. So there we are. There's the crane body going. Well, there's a crane arm there, and then you got the diagonal support, like so. Add another one on the top there, like that, and there we go. There's the crane arm and body added there. Right. So what we're going to do now, before we move on to adding the bollards, we'll go to the tip of the bow, and we'll add another block up on the tip layer, like so. And then we're going to go down to the line, which is the line's there. If you haven't added the line, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and we'll go 1 block under that, or 2 blocks under that, sorry, and build out 1, and the other side build out 1 like that, and then remove the centre block like so. And we're just going to add a little chap's eye like so. And we're going to get the quartz stairs. And on the top we'll add stairs there, and then stairs underneath. Same around the other side, stairs underneath, and stairs on the top. And that creates a little hole on the front of the ship, like so. And I think it's to do with the anchor, but I'm not sure. We'll add another black block in the middle there. There we go. That's our little job done there. And then we'll start adding the handrails. So we'll start from the centre of the ship here. We'll add handrails going back like so. And now every block well, as long as when you're going back towards the back end, you will add handrails like so. But of course, the handrails are going over wood blocks. What I tend to do, remove the wood blocks under the handrails and replace with white. So wherever there's wood blocks which are going to be covered up by handrails, I shall replace with white blocks. So it's just joining up all the white section along the top, and just makes life, well, it just makes the ship look a little bit better, because it's a little cosmetic thing, but it does annoy me when it's not done. It doesn't look right. So should add the handrails now along the side. So there's the handrails done there, and we do the same on the other side. Like I said, we remove any wood blocks which are going to be in the way. And then add the handrails going all the way forward. And there we go, there's the handrails all done. So that's our little job done there. Now we can start adding the bollards and other details. So we'll go either side of the back to the windlasses. And what we'll do, we'll add 2 black blocks to the side and the other side like so, and add a couple of bollards on top there, like so. And then halfway down the chains, we'll add another couple of black blocks, or a square black block like so, like that. Basically capstans and things like that. And then for add a few bollards. Now some of these bollards are going to be on blocks and some are not. I don't know if the bollard layout is the same as the Titanic, but I'm going to do things slightly different here. So we're going to add a few bollards at random. And remember, these are not in accurate places. So I put a pair of bollards towards the crane, and 2 more sort of halfway down, and then 2 more towards the breakwater. And then what we do then is, sort of between them, we'll add 2 black blocks plus bollards on top, and then a bit further forward, add 2 black blocks with bollards on top there as well. So that's just adds a bit more detail, like so. And I'm looking over at the prototype at the same time, making sure I'm screwing it up at the same time. And yeah, that's that side. So I should do the same the other side quickly. So I put a pair of bollards there, pair further back at is it this point? No, that point there, and the other pair down towards there. Then the last the last pair just here. Now, it does look a bit bare at the moment, I will admit, if I just look at the prototype a second. And there are a few things which I don't think there's missing, but I think there's a couple of other blocks which are missing. So if we go a little bit forward of the cargo hatch and then out to the side, I don't know where exactly, but if we go sort of 1, 2, 3, 4 forward, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out, we'll add another pair of blocks there. So same the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a pair of blocks, or a few blocks there like that. It just makes the detail a bit more, well, there. And that's the forecastle pretty much done. So what we'll do now is go to the left of the breakwater, or the left breakwater, and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks down the breakwater, and then go forward 1, 2, 3, 4. Build up 1, 2, 3, 4, or build up 4, and then put a set of stairs at the top and a block back. This is basically a vent, so 2 up at the sides and 2 up at the back. So this has got a vent there like that, and then back to the mast. I want to add the skylight, which is go to the mast and go 7 out to the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out to the right side. Okay. Then we add the skylight, so which is 3 like that, and then stairs on the top like so. That would be a skylight if it was bigger, but the detailing doesn't allow that, so that's that. I think that's pretty much it for the forecastle. We can add the handrails across the back now, so across the back of the forecastle, add the handrails. And that's pretty much that. You can add more detail as well. I mean, it does look a little bit bland, I will admit, but you can add a few more details. Because like I said, I don't have full details of what the Britannic forecastle looked like. So if you want to go ahead and add more details and research it, by all means, because I'm not going to stop you. Like I said, it does look a bit bland, but you know, it can't be helped. One more job concerning the forecastle, which is now on the side of it, which is to do with the portholes. So we get our glass blocks again, and what we'll do is just above the grey line, we'll add a few windows. So along the side, add, I don't know where exactly, but add sort of every 4th block, add a window. So every 4th block, so that's 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 there. And that's the windows on the forecastle there, so you can see we now have the proper windows along the side. Although they're meant to be portholes, but nah, can't do everything. So I shall quickly copy them to the other side, and then we'll have the forecastle complete then. So just quickly go into the other side, and then we'll do copy, flip to the right, and then we paste. Right, so there we are, there's the windows on the other side. So that's that little job done, and we can leave it at that. So that's the forecastle deck and the well deck done, although you can add more details. There is areas underneath the forecastle which hasn't been updated yet. So you've got these areas in here. So under the forecastle we can add a few doors if you want to. If I just get the door, so I'll put a pair of doors under here like that. I don't know if there were actually doors there, but you know, and then we could add another pair of doors just by the side of the stairs like so. So that's our little job there, and do the same on the other side, may as well. So a pair of doors under here gives you a bit of access, and then underneath the doors, underneath the stairs, sorry, and I'll just bollocks that up. There we go, that's our little job done there. And that's the forecastle and the well deck pretty much complete. Like I say, there may be more detail to add later on, but at the moment it's not a big deal, so we shall leave it at that. So I'm going to do a jump cut now. We'll move on to the stern, and then we can start that. So I should do my writing down, so back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I'm at the back of the ship now, and we're going to start building the stern superstructure on the poop deck, basically. So we're going to start at the very tip of the stern, the tip of the back of the ship, and we're going to count forward now to build a small deck house. We're going to start on the 8th block of the wood forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the 8th block we build a centre block, and then we want to build a wall 9 wide, which is 4 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, and then you want the sides which are 5 forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and join them together across the back or the front, and then increase them to 3 high all the way around. And it's just basically a shed, really. There's nothing real detailing to this thing. So I want it 3 high all the way around, and then we'll add the white roof to it as well. So just get this out of the way. There we are, there's the building done, and then we just add the roof, which is all in white, or any colour really, and whatever you want to use. And there we go, there's the little deck house done there. Now we need to move forward of that, go to the front block, and the front centre block. I'll add a coloured block to mark the centre, so I know it's the centre. And then from the front wall we want to count to the 8th block forward. So 1, 2, 3. Now I'll do this the other way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll add another colour block. And then we want to build this wall 21 wide, so that's 10 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way. And then forward we want 20, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And the same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then join them together across the front. There's basically another square building, like so. And then what you want to do then is increase that to 4 high all the way around. And what I'll do, I'll use Welded It to do this, otherwise I'll be here all day. So build it 4 high all the way around. So set quartz like that. And the same down the other side. Like that. And up the other side. And then up to the front, or across the front. There we go. So there's the building done, or the square building basically. And then once again, I'll add another colour block to mark the centre, which is there. So that's the front wall there. So on the front wall now, we need to go and add some wood blocks. So on the front centre block, we need to add wood blocks for going forward. So we need to add 7. So 1 on the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 forward, going forward like so. Plus a colour block to mark the centre, preferably in red. And then we want to build the deck out to the sides. We want, I'm trying to work this one out. We want to go out 7. So out each side 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that way. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like that. So well, that basically. And then for the sides, we want to go back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out. I'm trying to get this one right. So it's out 7, back 5, and then out 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basically out to the edge of the ship like so. I'll do the same the other side. So is it back 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like so. So this is the beginning of the raised deck there. So what I want to do now is go back around the side of the ship. We want to go back 12, so 2, back 2 like that. And then we want 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then inward 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then inward 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus a colour block to mark the centre, like so. So I do the same the other side, and hopefully it will all line up. So back to the other side again. On the outside of 12, we add 2 back. 1, 2, and then it was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then inward 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, forward 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and then inward 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there we go. It joins up with the centre block, and that's fine. So that is what will be the deck. So we'll go back to the front end now, front end of this deck, and what we'll do now, just add the wood blocks for the decking in the inside of that inside the overhanging part. So you can see when you add the deck, it will sit on top of the inside walls, which is basically that big square. So I shall use the fill tool to fill in the wood. So basically just add the wood going from the front all the way to the back, and it should all fill in fine. So I shall use the fill tool, fill wood by 300, and there we go. That's quick. And there we go. That's the deck added there. And it should look something like that. It's basically sort of a tea tray, really, nothing really special. And then one more job to add to the deck we just added. So underneath the deck we just added, underneath the white, we'll add another line of white on the underside. So just do this all the way around, one side to the other. Just gives it a bit more thickness, and then we can add the pillars. So just get this out of the way, all the way around to the other side. And while you're doing this is where you can start adding the doors and windows to the inside wall, or the inside walls rather. Just get this job out of the way. Like I say, it just adds a bit more bulk to the design. And there we go, that's all done. So that is the deck increased in thickness. And now we can start adding the pillars. I'm just trying to work out what to do here. So for the pillars, we go to the back of the raised deck here. So I'm on the left hand side here. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a pillar 3 blocks high down to deck level, down to the poop deck level there. And these pillars are, there's 7 of them I think, and they're every 5th block, sorry. So there's a 4 block gap between each. So every 5th block basically. So there's the first pillar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add another pillar. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last pillar. So I think there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's fine. So 7 pillars there on the back end there. So I'll do the same on the other side, may as well. It was simple. So add our first one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. 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 So there we are. There's our 7 pillars on the other side. And it doesn't look too bad. So that's that job done there. Like I say, you can start adding the doors and windows to that inside wall if you want to. The usual process of sort of pair of doors and then a few windows. They don't have to be accurate to the real thing. Mine never are. If you have time to research everything, then by all means do so, but I don't, so fuck it. Right, so there's the back wall done anyway. You just do the other sides as well with doors and windows, but that's that little job done there. Now we're going to go to the top of the deck. We're on the back wall of the deck, this top deck here, and we're going to add the docking bridge now. So we'll go from the centre block and go 2 blocks forward, so 1, 2 there, and with white you're going to build up 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 there, and then remove the bottom 3 blocks like so. So now you have this suspended block. And for the docking bridge itself, you're going to build out 4 each side, so 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, like so. I think this is right. And then you want to build forward 3, 1, 2, 3, and same the other side, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to build out 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then you want to go forward 3, 1, 2, 3, and then inwards. Inwards 3, yeah, and then inwards 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, plus a colour block to mark the centre. So I should do the same on the other side. So we want 15 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I just measure that to make sure, because it did lag a second. So that's 15, that's fine. 3 forward, 1, 2, 3, and then 18 back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Like that. So that is the docking bridge there. And then what we want to do then is add the deck on the inside, which is basically all in wood. So once again, I used the fill tool to fill this all in. So fill that all in with wood, and it should look something like that. And although still it is suspended in mid-air, so it does look a bit odd. So what we're going to do now is go back to the centre of the front wall now, and what we do is count back 2, and then count out 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then build 2, 4 like that, and then build those pillars down to deck level. So it's basically 2 back, 10 out, like so. So you got a pillar like that. Same the other side, so 2 back, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Add 2, 2, and then down to deck level, like so. So now we have 2 pillars there, and it should look something like that. Now for the Next job, we're going to add stairs. So where this centre block is, this red centre block, we can now remove that and get our stairs, which are these things. And we're going to start adding the stairs going down. So this is basically the only access to the docking bridge. So I'll add our stairs going down. Like so. So there's our stairs, and then the banisters, of course. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up there. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up there. And that's the docking bridge. One more job is basically to add the barrier around it. Now on the prototype I use white blocks as the barrier, but I think with this one I use handrails, so we use iron bars for the handrails on this one. All the way around to the other side, around the back, across the back, and then up to the other side. And there we go, there's the handrails done, the docking bridge done, and it should look something like that. Marvellous. Right, so that's that little job done. Now what we're going to do now is go back to the stairs now, the bottom of the stairs. And we'll go 2 forward of the stairs, so there's the bottom there, we'll go 2 forward, and then 5 out to the side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to add a couple of vents, so we'll add 3 up, say 4 up, and then we'll add 2 either side, plus 2 at the back, and a set of stairs on the top. So we need white stairs again. I need a quartz stairs on the top, like so, and then 1 block forward, like that. So there's our vent there, and the same the other side. So it's, what was it, the 5th out, wasn't it? So 2 forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, build up 4, plus 2 either side, and then 1 at the back, and a stairs on the top, and 1 forward, like that. So there's our 2 vents there. And don't look too bad. So that's the last job for the top at the moment. There will be davits and things to add later on, because there were lifeboats stored on top of here, but we're not going to bother any more with it today, except for the handrails. So what we'll do, we'll add the handrails around the edge first of this top deck. But like I said, there will be extra lifeboats added to this area, but we're not going to bother with the lifeboats today, because that's usually a last minute thing. Although with Britannic, she has got pretty chunky lifeboat gantries, so there'll probably be one of the next videos. But like I say, just get these handrails on the top here out of the way. And there we go, there's the handrails all done. So that's that deck sort of done there. But like I say, if you look on the prototype over the distance, you can see lifeboats and a pair of gantries, or lifeboats and lifeboat davits. But we'll worry about them another day. Like I say, we've got plenty of time. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to move down to the wall underneath this deck, so the front wall under here. And we're going to add the hatches. So we're going to count from here, we're going to count to the 12th block forward. So here's the centre, and on the wood we count 12 forward. So that's 1, 5, 10, 11, 12. So 12 forward. On the 12th block we build our hatch, which is the centre block plus, you want to build it 13 wide, so that's 6 either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that way, and the sides are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then across the front. So that's where your first hatch will go. And then we'll go back to the centre block of the hatch and count forward again. You want to go 10th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do the same again. So 13 for the back wall. And then the sides are 5. And then 13 across the back. Like so. So there's our 2 hatches. And like the ones on the well deck, you can build them 2 blocks high. All the way around. Like so, 2 blocks high, and then the centre, say the centre 4, build them to 4 high, or 3 high rather, and then the rest we can use quartz slabs in this area here. So it's centre's 3 high, the rest is 2.5 high. There's that side there. I'll do the same the other side. I'll copy and paste this hatch to the other one, otherwise you don't want to just watch me building or just adding crap to things. So there's that first hatch there. You do the same with the other hatch. Exact same design, so I shall quickly copy and paste that. So I'll just get it out of the way. So do copy that and then paste it here. There we go, there's the other hatch done. And those two hatches should look something like that. So that's that little job done there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a jump cut while I work out what to do next, and then we'll move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So what we're going to do now is add the deck cranes. So we're going to go to the front wall of the upper deck here on the stern. And we're going to go to the last pillar. So this is the most forward pillar of the set of 7. So the back one there, and we go to the front one here, which is the 7th one. And what we're going to do is count in from the pillar there, count to this 6th block inwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 forward, 1, 2. And then we'll add our crane there. So the crane body is 3 wide, and then 3 rows of 5, like the ones on the bow. So 3 wide, and then 5, 5, 5, and then 3 again, like so. And then increase that to 3 high, all the way around, like so, like that. And then for the body, mine's going to be facing towards the superstructure, so we're going to build the crane body 5 high. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus either side, and then across the back the counterweight and the centre line if you want. And then for the crane arm, halfway up the bottom block, we want to add, what do we want? We want 12 plus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the centre. Like so. So that's that crane there. You do the same thing on the other side. So from that pillar, you count in 6 and 2 forward. 6 in, 2 forward, and then build the same thing again. And then for the next crane, we go to the front wall of the crane we just built, and we're going to count to the 29th block forward. So from the centre block of the crane, we're going to count to the 29th forward. So that's the first block there, and we just count forward. So that's 10, and then 20, and then we want the 29th, which is that one. So the 29th forward, we do the same again. So 3 wide, and then 3 rows of 5. Like so, and then build that to 3 high. Like so, and then the body of the crane you build up 5 again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and build that 3 wide. And once again, this crane is facing the other crane, so they're sort of opposite each other. So add the crane body and then the counterweights like so, and then again with the arm halfway up the bottom block, build 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's with slabs, of course. Same the other side, like so, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, like so. And they very nearly touch. I mean, they're about 3 blocks, 2 blocks gap between each. So that's the 2 cranes there facing each other on the side. So you do the same the other side. But what I'll do, I'll quickly copy and paste to the other side just to get that out of the way. So I shall copy from up here. So just copy and paste them to the other side to save a bit of time. So copy down to there. And then we'll stand up here. And then we'll do a copy, flip, paste. And there we go, there's the cranes on the other side. So there's the 4 cranes, all facing each other, like so. And then behind the front crane, the ones we just built last, in this corner here, where the square building attaches to the overhang here, we're going to add a vent, which is 3 wide, like so, and then 4 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, actually 3 high, sorry, and then stairs on the top, if I can get the bloody blocks right. So yeah, so it's in the corner, not directly in the corner, but just add 3. As long as it's somewhere in that corner there, you're okay. So 3 wide, 3 up, and then stairs on the top, plus 1 forward, and then 1 up each side and 2 at the back, like so. So that's that little vent there. And then in the next corner behind that, so it sort of zigzags out into this next corner here, just where it goes, just where the walls go under the superstructure there. In this corner here, we want a little cargo hatch. So this one is 2 wide, no, is it 3 wide? Yeah, 3 wide and 4 long. So basically build it like that. So it's 3 wide and then 4 forward like that, and then build that to 2 blocks high, like so, and then add a roof to it, which is, well, like the rest of them, I just used quartz for the roof, like so. So that's that little cargo hatch there. Whether that was there on the Britannic, I don't know, but it was on the previous ship. So that's that. So I'll do the same on the other side with the vent. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the stairs on the top, and 1 forward, like so, and then the little cargo hatch in this corner. So 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide, 2 blocks high, and then the slabs, like so. And that's our little job done there. Marvellous, would you say? So that's pretty much most of the detail on the stern. What we're going to do now is go up to the next deck. So go to the centre block of where the cargo hatch is, and we're going to go up to the next deck up here on the 2 windows building, and on the wood count to the 9th block forward, I think. Yep, 9th forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll add the 2nd mast. Now once again, I'll get the yellow terracotta for this, and we want to build the mast 5 rows of 15 again. So what was it, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I build the bottom row 7. No, I build the bottom row 10, sorry, or 7. Build it 7. So the bottom row 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 4 rows of 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And there we go. That's the mast done there. And once again, I shall do my usual flag of St. George, like so, along the top. There we are, that's that. Although that's probably a United States flag or a White Star flag. I always do it because I always put a St. George's flag because, well, I'm English, of course. So there we go. Right, so that's that little job done there. And then what we could do now is add handrails to that deck where the mast is. So start at the centre on the back here and just add handrails going along and along the sides and out to the side of the, it's basically the end of the promenade deck, this. So we'll add the handrails going out to the side and to the outside edge, which is there, and that's it. That's all you need for the handrails there. Do the same on the other side. There we go, that's the handrails done there. And what we can do now is add the handrails to the bottom deck down here. So for the top of the poop deck, from the, well, basically we got the outside pillars there, and you got this wall along the side up to roughly the first pillar there, or first crane. We just add the handrails from the end of that wall, and these handrails are going to go right the way around to the tip of the stern, up to the other side. So we just add these handrails between the pillars, and once again though, we've got blocks which are not in place, so you can see the handrails are going to sit on top of wood, so I'll replace those wood blocks with white, and I'll do this all the way around just to make sure they all line up, and it just makes life a little bit easier. Well, not really easier, it just makes it look better. All the way around to the tip of the stern, and I'll do this up the other side as well. And there we go. So what I'll do, I'll carry on the handrails from the other side, and now I'll build them all the way around to whatever. So trying to get these handrails lined up as well is a real pain in the ass. Like I say, just add them between the pillars, and then we'll go around the back of the stern. And between the pillars. And up to where I last left the handrails there, and there we go, that's the handrails added. And that's sort of the stern done really. The last job really that I can think of is to add the portholes, which will go from the open promenade area here. So I shall get my glass blocks again. So from the open promenade here on the stern, I'm going to go back around the tip of the stern. So we're going to add a window on top of the grey line, sort of make it every fifth block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Window 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 2, 3, 4, 5. Window. And then when you get around the stern, you just sort of have to space them out a bit at random, because of course, there we go. So that's half of it done. I'll do the same on the other side. I'll just quickly copy and paste that to the other side quick. So from there around to the back, around to that, and we'll do our copy, flip, paste. And there's the windows on the other side as well. My voice is starting to fail, I apologise. And that's pretty much it. The last job, if you want to, you can add some bollards to the stern, but as the detail is fairly crude as it is, we'll leave them for another day. So got pretty much a lot more. I got a lot done today anyway. So we've got the forecastle, the well deck and the stern all detailed out, kitted out, as well as 2 masts. And I'm going to leave it at that. So that's part, I don't know what part is this, part 6, part 5, I don't know, but whatever part it is, we're going to leave it at that. So I've got to think, what part is this? It is part 6, so I just had to check. So it's part 6, so I'll leave this now. So for part 7, I don't really know what to do in part 7, because there's still plenty to go on. But I think what we'll do, we'll get some more of the boat deck superstructure details out the way, like vents, windows and doors, skylights, possibly the lifeboat gantries as well. So like I say, there's all those big details to go on still, as well as the funnels of course, but we'll leave them for another day. But yeah, still plenty more to go. I also got the crosses to put on as well. That's something I keep forgetting to do. Pardon me, but we can probably do them last. But yeah, there's still plenty more to go on, but what we've done today is quite a lot. So like I say, I'll leave it at that. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return in part 7. So bye for now.